So you want to be really good at something and you know you have to practice. You need to be consistent to do that. But how do you stick to something? Today's video is about how to be consistent even when you don't feel like it. Coming up. Have you ever set a goal and then you blast out of the gates giving 150% and you're doing amazing for a few days and then you just fizzle out? Why? Why is it so difficult to stay consistent? If you're like most people, it's pretty tough staying consistent and doing something with consistency. Let's face it, most of us face difficulty when we're trying to remain consistent doing something, even if it's something that we love. For example, I love to paint and I still don't paint as consistently as I want to. Why? Why is it so tough for us to stick to something? Learning how to develop discipline in being consistent is so valuable because the results that you get from that are massive. They can be life-changing. If you want to be an amazing author, for example, if you're not consistent with your writing, you're never going to get to that master level. The good news is putting some work into this area can get you some serious results. Here are the 5 tips. Tip number 1, have a crystal clear why. Why is the reason? Why is the purpose that drives you? It's the reason for everything that you do. So you want to have a very clear and very compelling why. Why is this thing so important to you? You want to be better with photography? Why is it important that you're taking those better pictures? Are you helping families preserve memories for centuries? That's an important why. Think deeply on your why, and it'll propel you forward on the days where you're not really feeling motivated. This isn't about motivation. Motivation is kind of a big fat lie. It doesn't work. You need to have something that you can lean back on, and one of the things that really pulls you forward on the days you don't feel like doing anything can be your why. So what's your reason behind wanting to accomplish this thing or wanting to get better at this particular thing? Another example would be my YouTube channel. It's pretty new, but I have a clear understanding of why I'm creating content. For me, I want to have creative videos that are going to inspire people anywhere in the world at any time they can access them, and I want to help spread like the message of how creativity can make life better, can bring you more joy. That's my why. So when I don't feel like shooting a video, when I don't feel like coming up with the outline for a script, I can look back on that why and remember that I'm doing this really to impact people's lives. And that's super important to me. I want that to be part of my legacy. And that'll drive me on the days where I don't feel like shooting a video. And my why is at the forefront of my mind in all of the creative things that I do. A strong and clear why is the force that's going to drive you and get you in front of doing that thing on a consistent basis. Habits. Habit stacking is described by James Clear in his book, Atomic Habits. And he describes it as taking a habit that you already do, something that is already consistently in your routine, and then stacking another habit that you want to do on top of it. It's like pairing these two things. Here's the formula for stacking habits. After I blank, then I will blank. So for example, after I make my coffee, then I will take 4 deep breaths and meditate for 1 minute. Something that's already in existence, right? You have that habit of doing your coffee in the morning, and then you add something that you want to have. So like that 1 minute of quiet time of just taking 4 deep breaths. If meditation is something that you want to be more consistent with, you pair a little bit of it with something that's already firmly in your schedule. What's one habit that you can stack onto another one that's already in your daily routine? Let me know in the comments. Another example could be like if you want to be more consistent with your fitness, then you could have something like, after I brush my teeth, then I will do 4 minutes of high intensity interval training. That sounds pretty good, actually. I think I could manage a 4-minute workout. I might try that one. This is a powerful, powerful one. And that's because it's pairing something that is already very established in your brain, okay? Whenever we do something, the cells in our brain, they get this myelin sheath. Such a nerd. We'll get nerdy for a second. And every time you do the thing, the myelin gets more and more and more and more. So the more you're doing a thing, that actual cell in your brain gets myelinated. This is a powerful tip because it taps in to the strong connectedness your brain already has to a habit that's established, and it gives you a cue to do that second habit that you're trying to be consistent with. This is a really, really important one, and I hope that you try it, habit stacking. And I'll drop the link in the description to the book by James Clear because it is phenomenal. Tip number 3 is time blocking. Scheduling the things that are most important to you and making sure that the rest of your schedule kind of revolves around these important things. If you feel like you never have enough time, hear me out. You will always have enough time, because when you schedule the rest of your life and the rest of your tasks around the things that you've time blocked, because you've time blocked the things that matter most, you'll always have time for what's in that block. You'll actually keep it kind of safe and insulated from all the other little busy tasks and things that are secondary, because everything revolves around what you've time blocked. And you only time block the things that are really, really important to you. So this takes a little bit of thought and intention, actually a lot of thought and intention. What are the things that are most important for you to get done? Those are the things that you time block. Everything else is secondary and come after and around. Everything revolves around what you've time blocked. Tip number 4 is to use artificial deadlines. I'll give you a quick example. I had this painting that I really, really wanted to get done, and it didn't need to get done, but it's just something that was important to me. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna set aside 2 hours on a Friday evening, and then 1 hour before I go to work on Monday. And this painting is going to be finished inside of those 2 blocks of time. It was really interesting because having that hard end point helped me to not sit there like lamenting over, oh, does the sky look good? Like, it just helped me to stay laser focused. And the result was pretty phenomenal. I think it came out really nicely. You ever have those like back and forth scheduling conversations? They last forever, maybe more than one forever. It goes like this. It's like, hey, let's chat. When's good for you? And then the other person is like, oh, I can do 8 o'clock on Tuesday. And you're like, yeah, I can do 8 on Tuesday. Cool, let's do it. Tuesday rolls around. And then the person's like, wait a minute, I'm in California. And then you're like, oh, we're not in the same time zone. Tonight's not gonna work, is it? And on it goes, back and forth, back and forth. A week later, you still don't have a time to chat, and you wasted a bunch of time investing in this conversation that went nowhere. If you use something like Calendly, they even have a free version. I'll pop the link in the description. It's an amazing tool. They have a paid and a free version. If you got value from today's video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Why are you still here? I said, let's go get some things done. We're trying to be consistent, people.